Welcome back to the Builder's Diary, episode number 5. So, we're up this morning in the van, on the way to the job. It's not very nice out there, it's absolutely peeing it down. Still a bit dark. It's starting to get a little bit lighter in the mornings, not much. But yeah, if you go back to episode 3 and the previous episode, where I talk about right in the end scene about the fact that leads just don't seem to be converting at the minute due to the fact that materials, labour is just so expensive. The cost of doing building work actually is far more than how much it's going to add to the price of your house at the moment, because materials, labour, insurance, running costs, all of that keeps going up and up, but it's going up quicker than the price of houses are going up. So it's just, yeah, it's self-explanatory, obviously. So at the minute we've got not as many jobs coming through, and it's starting to get a little bit worrying. And then that coupled with the fact that this bungalow that we've sold, the solicitor has just taken so long. Well, it's not my solicitor, to be honest. You know, I think my solicitor's kind of got all the cards in a row, kind of thing. But the people that are buying it, they've used obviously a family solicitor, and it's a company named Poole and Alcock. I'm not gonna, shy back from mentioning them because we're on YouTube, because they fucking, they fucking things up for me. So to the point now, whereas we are now on the extra portions of the job in Daisy Bank, so it's fitting of the kitchen, and generally most of my lads, that's not the kind of work that they do. They're all like in the ground, bricklayers, roofers, they'll plaster, young Bip will, easily do a second fix on an extension, so skirting boards, architraves, bits and bobs like that. But when it comes to fitting a kitchen, none of them really do that kind of work. It's always been me. So, and obviously I'm off the tools supposedly at the moment. Well, have been for a while, and I normally use like a subcontractor to fit the kitchen, or quite a lot of the time we don't do the kitchen fitting. We build extensions, and that's generally it. We've always specialised in that because that's what we've always been told that brings the leads in, specialising, being known in your area for doing that one thing well. So, but we've had to kind of broaden the scope at the minute because leads aren't converting. But yeah, I'm rambling on. Basically what's happened is we've tried to pull the next job forward because there's now 5 guys on that site, and that just doesn't pay. So I've tried to pull the next job forward, tried to get the scaffolding up because it's a loft conversion. I've had a word with the next job after that, which is an extension, and the first one we can't get the scaffolding up till after Christmas. Second one, he doesn't want to pull it forward, he's not ready to start having it done, are you with me? Which is fair enough. So, as a knock-on effect from that, I've had to lay 2 lads off. 2 lads that work the tits off, very hard working lads, like 2 weeks before Christmas. Now that's bad, innit? And it's all been caused by the fact that solicitors can't get the fucking arses in gear. I'm sorry about swearing, YouTube, but it's really got to me this weekend. It's been a painstaking decision, and I've racked my brains in ways that I could try and keep them working for a few weeks, but I just can't. So I've had to bite the bullet and have a word with him. I've tried to do it in the right way. They will, if they will come back, that's if they don't get sorted in the next 2 weeks with something else. I want them back because they're good lads. They've been with me for a long time, and this is the first time in, I think it's 15 years, the last 15 years, that I've had to lay anyone off. So that's bad from the UK government and from You know, these people like solicitors, the systems that are in place, that have been in place for years, that don't work. You know, it needs sorting. So, but anyway, I've been rambling on quite long now, but I'm on my way up to the job now. I'm going to fit the kitchen with Ben and young Beck. They're quite capable of helping me get it sorted. There's a few other bits that need finishing off as well, so we can get them done, and then hopefully get Christmas out of the road, get this scaffolding up and get back onto the next job. Now we have got live jobs. I've got jobs of my own. Are you with me? I've got 2 HMO conversions that we're in the middle of, but due to the fact that this bungalow is taking so long to sell, we can't pull the money out of that, which we need to crack on with those jobs. So that's holding that up as well. Otherwise, those 2 lads could go jump on those jobs, not an issue. So, you know, this is all down to external, you know, things that you can't control, that are out of your grasp. So you can project manage and you can sequence till you're blue in the face and get everything spot on in your calendar, and then people outside of your control just fuck things up. So, but yeah, let's get up there, let's get this kitchen fitted, and we can move on from there. Basically, it's absolutely tipping down here, so the little bits that we have got on the outside can't even get finished anyway. So lads are inside now making the kitchen units up. As you'll see in a sec, they've all turned up flat pack, so they come from Wickes. So gonna get these units built up now, so let's crack on with that. So as you'll see, we're absolutely struggling for space now because everything's been delivered. It's all flat pack. We're trying to build them up, get the carcass units built up, but we're swamped with boxes. That's not an army. So, as per usual, customers had the kitchen from Wickes. We've had to have the rep out already, literally first day. We've got a tall larder unit there that shouldn't be there. It should be just a bridging unit over the top of an already existing fridge, which the lady has already got, which is over there, Smeg fridge. We've got a space there that shouldn't be there. And then we've got a massive filler panel at the one at this end here where Bip's working at the minute, which is 100mm too short. So yeah, if you're ever thinking of having your kitchen from Wickes, give yourself an extra 4 or 5 days contingency. Absolute nightmare. That's today's shift done. I haven't really done a great deal due to the fact there's been so much stuff missing from the kitchen. So as you can see, street lights are now on. It's going dark, so got to get back home now, get into the office and do some bits there now. So back in this van, get back, you can see it's now dark. So we've now got a shift in the office. This is down to the fact that I've had to lay these lads off. Obviously I've got to pick up the slack from them not being here, so I've had to be on site all day. But someone's still got to run the office, so double shift for me today, unfortunately. Let's get back in that office now. Tuesday, guys. So in the office at the moment, but I'm literally jumping straight in the van and heading up to site just to try and get this kitchen fitted. obviously we had some issues yesterday, as you always do when it comes from a DIY merchant. So Wickes, B&Q, you know, the likes of those, they don't deal in the trade world really. So they'd get away with murder, to be honest. So loads of bits missing, but I think they were sorted last night. Hopefully they should be here on Wednesday. Got a feeling that they won't though, because they tend to tell lies. But yeah, let's get up there now, get some plumbing in for the sinks, as we can fix all the carcass units that we actually built up yesterday. And then once that's in, then hopefully them bits have turned up and we can carry on, get it all finished for her. Ben's gone to pick up some floor tiles that she's chosen yesterday. So, but obviously we can't do that till the kitchen's finished. So, but let's go see what's happening and I'll report back in a bit. I've just nipped in to a local tool supplier that I've been going in to. Well, I know the guy that works in there. I've known him since I was a kid, so best part of 30 odd years. And we've just been talking about the industry. I've just nipped in basically to pick up some blades for the track saw, and he's just said exactly the same as me. He says in the last 30 odd years he's never known it be so quiet, and he's dealing with, you know what I mean, he gets a lot of trades, a lot of companies, a lot of people in construction coming in and out. So it's getting a bit scary to say the least. So, but there are people out there, you know, I was speaking to someone else last night who's absolutely smashing it, you know what I mean, got over £1 million worth of work booked in for next year. So, you know, I think it's dependent on area. Like I've mentioned a couple of times before, we trade in Staffordshire, so, you know, I live in Stoke-on-Trent. It's not the most affluent of areas. So I think sometimes, you know, people that are having building work done need disposable income, and generally find that that is only in and around, you know, the more well-off areas. So like I've said, we do trade in some of those well-off areas, you know what I mean, we're on the border of Cheshire, so we do trade in Staffordshire and Cheshire. But you're kind of up against, when you put your advertising out there, so if we put like say a paid Facebook ad out and you're going up against someone who's local, people tend to trust local people. Are you with me? So sounds a bit like, what was it called, that series, Local People? Can't remember, David Williams or something, wasn't it? But yeah, it's right, you know what I mean, it's all about having someone to come and do some work for you. 90% of people wanting you is them trusting you. So, you know what I mean, this is why I put my face out there as much as possible. I want people to try and trust me and the company, so to try, you know, because we're going to come and do a decent job for you. But yeah, it's not good at the minute, and I think this government need to do something about it, because if they lose the construction industry, like I've said, biggest industry in the world if you include, you know, the supply chain around it as well. Telling you, comics are for children.
You are?
Comics are for kids.
Comics? They aren't comics.
Are you reading the instructions for you? Thought you were a qualified joiner.
I was just reading to my mate over there. He does need them. I don't, you see.
You're wearing in a lot, man.
Yeah.
Why are you wrapped up like you're getting the Himalayas? We're inside today.
December.
So that's Tuesday now done. So again, bit of a nightmare, still loads of stuff missing. Hopefully the worktops turn up tomorrow, because you know we've got to the point of getting the worktops on and wanting to put them on before we started hanging the doors and the drawer fronts and stuff like that, obviously, because the last thing we want to do is scratch the fascias. So but obviously they're not here, so we can't just stand and hang about. But yeah, we've had other issues like spaces for washers, fridges, things like that being too big. Obviously they're 600 wide normally, so, and we've got spaces at like 650, 670. So whoever's measured it up needs to buy a new tape measure or something, because yeah, it's typical, these kitchens that come from DIY outlets, like your B&Qs, like your Wickes and stuff like that, they're generally not that well designed at all. They're thrown together by someone who's been given a job, who's not really, been in the industry, so doesn't understand it. They've probably had a little bit of training, and yeah, it's been a nightmare for us, to the point where, as I've just said to the lads, if anyone asks us to fit a kitchen that come from Wickes again, we either double the price or we're not doing it, kind of thing, because there's been so many issues. So obviously the customer's been quite understanding, and I've explained that there's quite a lot of things that we've had to do that we didn't price for. So yeah, but let's get back to the office now. Again, sorry that there's not been so much footage of people getting stuff done today, because I've been one of them ones that's been getting it done, and obviously I'm the one that shoots the footage. So I'll try and catch up on a little bit of that tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be back here again tomorrow. Just need to get this kitchen in. It's been a bit of a pain in the arse. Imagine if it was someone who'd got no experience in fitting kitchens. I've been doing it for a long time, and I anticipated these problems. So, but yeah, it is what it is. We've got to make it work, because the customer wants a finished job, and that's what we're here to do. So we get it done, get it finished, and go from there. But yeah, let's get back to the office now. It's now 10 past 4. 10 past 5, sorry, not 10 past 4. So yeah, 10 past 5, we get back to the office now. Can have a quick shower, because obviously I don't want to sit in my nice clean office like this. And then we'll jump into getting some admin done. I'm hoping this doesn't last long. Are you with me? I want the lads back as soon as we can get them back, which I'm anticipating basically the 5th of January, as soon as we come back from Christmas. Arrange for the scaffolding to go up that day, so they can make a start stripping that one, and then I can go back into my normal role then. Wednesday morning, guys. So last night we actually received word from solicitor with a list of inquiries as long as your arm. After I've been pushing them now for about 2 or 3 weeks, finally got somewhere. We sent the inquiries like a week before Christmas, and now I've got to go around and try and get them sorted. One of which is obviously the building reg certificate for that bungalow, which you've seen in episode 2, I think. You've seen us do the second drainage test for them to get it signed off. So it was signed off now 2 weeks ago. I've actually rung them once, and they've said they were going to send it through either that same day or the day after. I've emailed them, I've had no reply. Again, this is why I hate working with the council, you know what I mean, and we work with private companies, because they treat you like a customer, you know what I mean. This is kind of, again, them holding up a sale of a bungalow. So, but in good news, the new jumpers have turned up. Hey! So they're a bit bright, aren't they? Might be a bit glary on the camera, but I just thought, sometimes when the lads are outside and they're working, in footings and stuff like that, there's a digger going and what have you, sometimes they don't always wear the high vis, and I just thought if I build them in the jumpers, got no excuse then, have they? So yeah, it's just a way to look at things a bit more health and safety orientated, but also still get the advertising out there. So I'll see you on site in a minute, guys. So just very quickly, guys, I just want to interrupt this video just to say, honestly, it means the absolute world if you could give this video a like, and it helps us create the content more and get it out to you further. So the more people that like, the more people that subscribe, obviously the algorithm then works in our favour and pushes it out to more people. So if you'd be so kind as to give this video a like, and if you could, subscribe to the channel as well, and it helps us massively. On with the video. So here at Daisy Bank now, get some tools out, get a start. Ben's just pulled up, look. So let's make a start, see if we can get her sorted today.
Didn't see you coming.
New jumper. Oh, drop it on the floor already.
Get dirty. Yeah, that's on, yeah.
Jumper. Put it on. Steady jumper.
Very good. Bosh. That's what I would have professional now, don't it? Proper seed, that good.
So I've just got off the phone with the local authority, building control. Honestly, I don't like to be like a pessimist and kind of, you know, negative, but I can't cope with them. They have not got a clue how to run a structured setup at all. So I've just rung basically because we've had obviously the inquiries from the other side solicitor for the bungalow and just said, where's my building reg certificate? You know what I mean? You passed it off now 2 weeks ago. And before that, you'd passed it off 2 weeks before then, before you announced that you wanted this drain survey, which we did. We jumped through your hoops basically. Now we've received an email saying that he's gone retrospective and looked back at what the previous owner had done when they put the foundations in over 10 years ago, and said that due to the fact that there's proof that there's coal mining in that area, that they want a full structural survey and they want full structural calculations doing 10 years after they've been put in, before they'll give a building reg certificate. Now, this has been done right at the last minute. Why can't they organise things? Basically, when the original inspector come out, so there's been 3 inspectors that have come out, none of which talk to one another by the sounds of it. The original inspector come out and said we need to see the foundations in order to agree to proceed on this. I've just called him actually because I know him, we go years back. And he came out originally and he saw the test holes and he asked for an engineer's report on them just to check that they were okay, which we had done and we've sent in. They've already received that, and now they're moving the goalposts yet again after they've already agreed on a process that we were going to move forward on. So honestly, I feel like I've got like a sick feeling in my stomach because this is holding up the sale of a bungalow, and you can imagine how much money's involved in this, and they just keep holding it up all the time, to the point now where I've gone to the head of the department, which I know, a guy named Paul, because I've known him for years and years, you know, before the companies come about, the private companies that we started using, we had to use, you know, the council. So I've known him a long time, and I've just gone and called him directly on his mobile and said, look, I didn't want to have to do this, mate, but it's an absolute farce. it needs sorting out, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm considering taking legal action against you, because you don't know what the other one's doing, kind of thing. And it's so, he said he's going to basically give me a call back in an hour when he gets off site and back into the office, not in front of a computer. So fingers crossed we can get it sorted, but I don't hold much hope, which is ridiculous. These guys are supposed to be there to guide you and help you. Obviously they can't do that no more because of the new structure, but honestly, it just gives me no confidence in the industry whatsoever. And all we want to do is get this bungalow sold, you know what I mean? We've built it in less time than it's took to get all these formalities out of the way and get conveyancing sorted. It's crazy. Red tape is killing this country. Ben's just bought me a bacon sandwich. Cat is all kitted up and the Greenwood stuff.
Yeah. On boys.
You reckon to that bacon sandwich, bro?
Pretty shit, to be honest, I guess, really.
What do you mean?
Not happy.
Can't beat a free bacon sandwich. What do you think of your new top then, Bear?
I think it's
Nice,
very
isn't
smart, yeah.
Very smart. So, I think you've got a good boss then, keeps buying you new clothes and stuff.
Fucking part of your job, innit?
You know, all these tools you've got.
My tools.
What's your tools? Show me one piece of equipment in here that's yours.
That's all the Makita shit.
Right guys, so it's now 5 o'clock and I'm just leaving this job. Still got issues, but we'll sort them out. Panelling's all on the wall now for the decorative shelves, but we're missing like an end panel, and they've sent 2 fridges out instead of a fridge and a washing machine. So typical, innit? So I've tried to call the customer, obviously no answer because she's working. I'll have to try her a bit later on. This is another issue again, building industry. Customers obviously work in the day, so you end up working at night when they're available, so you have to make phone calls and stuff like that, which is bad really, because you're giving them permission to interrupt your downtime, you know what I mean, your own personal space and your own personal time. But sometimes it's the only way that it can be done. So electrician's in there now, he's just finishing off. I'm hoping that when we turn up tomorrow there's some lights on, but I'm not going to hold my breath because there's so many sockets in there to fit. But yeah, hopefully we'll get it somewhere close tomorrow and we should see some worktops. In that case we can get them on and we're home and dry then, start putting the floor down, just doing all the little finishing touches, hang some doors, there's a couple of doors to hang, and that's it then, that's us job done. Right, let's get back to this office. So now back in this office and we need to get on that computer. I've just heard word from building control, which is a first for me. In 30 years, I've never had building control ring me at like 6:15 at night. They must be putting some hours in due to the fact that they're so understaffed. So normally they finish at 3 o'clock, especially with the council guys. So, but yeah, just heard word back from that. All he's missing is basically that engineer's report that we had originally done. So it's all been sorted. It was obviously another inspector who hadn't spoken to him and obviously hadn't looked at the notes and stuff like that on whatever system it is they use. So just hadn't picked it up. So absolutely gave me a heart attack, you know what I mean? To the point where I thought, shit, what's happening now? So, but yeah, back in here now and it's 6:45. And I've just got to go through all my emails, got to basically catch up everything that I would normally do when I'm in this office. So it's not working well at all, me being on site pretty much full time. So I need to get those couple of lads back as soon as possible. and it all pivots on this bloody bungalow being sold. So as soon as that's sold, we're fine. Are you with me? We can get going again. Lads can get on that HMO conversion. That can be finished. The other one, again, I need to sit tonight really. Probably get the laptop on my knee in front of the tally and get some furniture ordered for that one. And we can get that tenanted. I think it's too late now to tenant it before Christmas. So be in the new year. So yeah, let's crack on and get some work done. Morning guys, Thursday morning, up and out very early this morning. So we've basically got the plumber coming to do the second fix, so I need to go and pick up his radiators. I tried to do it last night but the wrong ones turned up, so I'm gonna have to go and get them early this morning so they're there ready for him to fit as soon as he gets on site. So let's jump and go and get those first, and then I'll come back to you. So, as per usual, Screwfix haven't got anything in stock. Fuck, honestly. So, got up early now to sort this out. Still can't do it. And they're the ones that caused the problem in the first place because they sent the wrong rads yesterday. So let's go to Plumbase and just hope that they've got everything in stock, even though I'm going to have to pay through the nose to it now. So, tried Plumbase as well. They haven't got them in stock. What is it nowadays that, you know what I mean? No one keeps any stock. It's like we're supposed to be moving toward the days of speed and be able to get anything whenever we want it, like, you know, with the likes of Amazon and stuff like that. Yeah, a plumber's merchant doesn't keep radiators in stock. You know, Screwfix doesn't keep radiators in stock. Now, I appreciate they're not the smallest of items, but they're not exactly the largest of items, are they? And, you know what I mean, if someone's doing an extension or a new build or something like that, they're definitely going to be needing more than one radiator. Now, I know you'll all be screaming, why don't you order them and pick them up the next day? I did, and the wrong ones turned up. So that's why I'm up this early, to try and sort this out. I've now got to phone the plumber and put him off now for another day when it's took me so long to get him there in the first place. And the customer's expecting a eating on today. So, yeah, project manage, you can sequence all you want. If people externally are not fucking doing their part, what chance have you got? But let's go and try and sort something out. Arrived here now at Daisy Bank. Electrician's took the key because he said he was going to be first one here. It's 9:10. He's not here, we can't get in. So, honest, this morning's just not going to plan, is it? So, just give him a call. Says he's about 3 minutes away, so should be able to get in a sec, but not good, is it? So that's it for today. No worktops yet again. So hopefully they'll turn up tomorrow, and then we can crack on with what basically get it finished, get the floor level, get the tiles. Steps are now done. Just need pointing up because obviously it started bouncing it down again. I was going to swear then, but yeah, not far off now at all. So get back to the office now, just see if we can tidy anything up. I know the building reg certificate's now been sent over for the bungalow, so I can get that over to the solicitor and get that tied up as well. So things are coming together finally. Morning guys, welcome to Friday morning. So I'm up early this morning because I need to get over to site just to try and get this kitchen somewhere near finished. But I've got queries that have come through for the bungalow from the other side solicitor, so just trying to clear them up this morning. So I've got up early in order to sort that out first before I go on site. So just getting that done now, and then as soon as I've done this, I'll head over to site. So now driving over to the job at Daisy Bank, and I've just had a phone call from the customer, and she's just confirmed that the worktops are not turning up today like they said they were going to. So, and she says by the evasive nature of the salesman from Wickes, she says she doesn't feel like that they're going to turn up anytime soon because they're not even in the branch yet. So honestly, this is disgusting from a massive company like Wickes, and I know they do it on purpose. They get the sale across the line first, and then they deliver some items that they have got in stock, and then they know you can't back out of the sale then because, you know, those items have then been fitted and you're kind of waiting for the rest. So this lady could actually end up not having a kitchen for Christmas, which is absolutely disgusting on Wickes' part. So yeah, if you're watching this and you know you're going to build a kitchen extension and you're thinking of going to Wickes for your kitchen, I really wouldn't bother. So I'm on my way up there now. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to literally get her in the van and I'm going to drive her to Howdens to choose a worktop, and she's going to purchase a worktop from there and then cancel the ones from Wickes', which is a shame really because she wanted that particular kitchen, you know what I mean? She had her heart set on it. So bad form, really bad form from Wickes. So, but we know this happens, you know what I mean? We did advise her this when she decided to get a kitchen from Wickes rather than from somewhere that we'd normally use. You know, the likes DIY places like Wickes and B&Q and stuff like that, this is what they do, you know, they'll give you what they have got in stock just to kind of get the sale across the line, take your money from you, and then yeah, when customer service comes to like getting the rest of the stuff there that's missing, which has been an absolute, honestly, there's like, she ordered a washing machine for the corner of the kitchen and a fridge freezer's turned up instead. And I've spoke to one of the guys in their distribution centre and he says, yeah, we do that, we just send something out of similar size just to get the order out, which is massively wrong, isn't it? So, but yeah, let's get up there now and get this sorted out because I'm determined to get this lady a kitchen in before Christmas, which is literally a week away now. So, enjoying your biscuits, Sarah?
Yeah. We like biscuits, don't we?
Bear, tell everyone what's more important than a brew. Nothing. What are you dipping in the brew?
Biscuits.
Biscuits?
Yeah.
Nipped into Leek town centre just to get something to eat, because the customer has asked us if we could give her an hour of silence because she's got a meeting. So obviously, what would you do there? Obviously the customer's always right and what have you, but got a job to do, haven't we? So what would you do done in that situation? So it's a bit strange talking to people, or talking to a camera in a town centre with people looking at me. So still no worktops. Yeah, we basically, she's drove down to Howdens with me and chosen some from there, so we're going to pick those up on Monday, get the worktop done, finished. Floors all now self-levelled. Lads have just gone to pick the radiators off. They've turned up ready for the plumber tomorrow, who's going to come and do them on Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday should be like kind of the last leg. Beav will get those worktops fitted, and then once those are fitted, then we can then lay the floors, a bit of tiling on the floor, which shouldn't take too long because it's not that big a floor, look. So yeah, and then we are done and dusted. Do a bit of snagging, get all the little tiny bits done if there's any, and then on to the next one. That's it now. Basically get off back to the office, got a little bit of tidying up, and then I think I'm going to have an early, well, say early knock off. I'm going to knock off at a normal time today. Probably think, what time are we on now? It's 20 to 4 now, so we'll get back to the office, probably do an hour. Just tidying up bits and bobs, just checking everything's all right, checking that the solicitor actually got that stuff this morning. That's it then for the weekend. I think my kids are back from uni tonight, so for Christmas, so I'm going to enjoy some family time. I think just been having a bit of a laugh with the lads over the weekend. They did a foreigner, and obviously I don't mind if they use the vans and stuff for foreigners, but they came and actually lent some acros and strong boys, and then put some materials on my account, which they just reimbursing me for, and I've just been having a bit of a crack with them and said, yeah, just I think it's 140 quid for those materials you had, and then 30 quid a day for the acros. And they were like, they've been there about 4 weeks. I said, well, you owe me a lot of money then. But it just shows you like that if you've got plant, like simple little things like acros and strong boys and stuff like that, instead of hiring them off someone else and then obviously charging the customer for that, why don't you buy them? And then when you've done that first job, they're then yours, you know what I mean? You've paid for them through the customer, and then you can hire them out and make money from them yourself, from them yourself, by, you know, putting them onto your quote when you hire them out for a job. So, and that's what we do. But let's get back to the office now and get this cracked off so we can actually knock off and get this video edited. So literally just pulled up outside the office and just got a text message off one of my sons. He's just landed at Stoke-on-Trent train station back from university, so got to go and pick him up. So literally just pulled up. My plans are now changed, so but family comes first. So something I wanted to speak to you about. Literally, to me, the whole reason I do all of this, you know what I mean, that I run around like a headless chicken sometimes, that I work me nuts off on site, that I pull ghosters in the office and work through the night sometimes, it's all about family, you know what I mean? It's all about giving my family the life in which I think they deserve, and the life that I didn't really get when I was growing up, you know, due to my mum and dad divorcing at like 9 years old. I was 9, and yeah, it was difficult. And then obviously about 3 or 4 years ago, my dad passed away suddenly after having the COVID injection. So yeah, so it's a bit of a long story, but basically didn't really see much of him when my mum and dad got divorced, but kind of got back in touch at the age of 16, 17 when I was old enough to do that for myself, and pretty much spent every weekend with him from that point, kind of riding bikes, motorbikes, remote control cars, you name it, we did it, mountain boarding, we did it together, you know what I mean, because we're all always into that stuff. This camper van next to me now, my old man inspired me to start building them around mountain biking and things like that. And when he passed away, it was almost like my best friend passed away. So family's mega important to me, especially my kids. I don't know if you know, but I have got identical triplets. And that's been not easy, you know what I mean, to raise 3 kids in one go, send them off to university. Now I know you all have your opinion on university, I have, you know what I mean, I think it's a waste of time, but they don't, and it's their life, so I want to support them in what they do. But yeah, one's back at Stoke train station now, so I better get a move on and go and pick him up. One arrived last night, I had to drive to Lancaster to pick him up because he wanted to bring some stuff back with him. And then the other one, who's in Manchester, I've got to go up and get him over the weekend. So it's a busy time, Christmas is for me, just fetching and carrying lads and, you know, what have you. So better get down to him before he thinks I've just deserted him. So that's pretty much it for another week of the Builder's Diary, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. It's crazy anytime a week can start out so kind of downhearted and then ends the week pretty much on a high. Are you with me? That's the building industry for you right there. You know, one day you're experiencing, you know, losing quotes, things like that, and you feel a bit peed off. The next day, you know, you're getting jobs finished, customers are really happy, invoices are being paid, and families coming back home. So it's just, yeah, it's that's just how it is. And it's, you know, we love this industry. Sometimes we actually hate the industry. But it's very much one of those love-hate scenarios. But I've been doing this now for such a long time that it's pretty much the only thing that I know how to do. So I'm here for the long term, basically. I've been here, like I say, 30 years already. So, but I really do love the fact that you guys come on and watch these videos, and it means the world to me. So that, you know, even if it's a couple hundred people that watch this video, that's a couple hundred people that are interested in what's going on in our lives, you know, in Greenwood's, you know, way of life, how we work, how we play, the relationships between each guy on site, and hopefully you're getting to know a few of the lads on site as well as me. So, but yeah, I'm glad you watched, and if you could, it would mean the world to me if you could just give this video a like. And then a lot of you guys that watch the videos are not subscribed, so why don't you go down and subscribe? That will help us massively, but it will also give you a little bit of a notification and let you know when the next video is coming out. These videos will be kind of consistently going out at 6:30 on a Sunday afternoon, ready for just after you've had your tea, and you can sit down with a brew and watch them. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you want to watch last week's video, then have a look up there. If you want to watch a video that you've not seen before, have a look up there. And if you want to subscribe, guys, like I've said, it'd mean the world. Look down there. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.